It's Week 11 of the 2024 season, and up next, we'll see James Cook. He's now able to call himself a 1,000-yard rusher for the season. It's the Orbits and the Bisons on Sunday night.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off and running from Orlando. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. Bringing him out is a man who made his debut over a decade and tens of thousands of yards ago. It's Andy Dalton.
Just knowing this quarterback in his mindset, there is no question he would give up 400 some yards he threw for last week for a W. Really, stats don't matter. No matter how productive you are playing that position, and boy, was he last week, it really comes down to finding a way to win. As they like to say, winners win in the end, and he and his crew got to get it done today.
And he works his way for a gain of 4. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
To the air, 3rd and long. They bring the pressure, down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. They're brought out by a former first-rounder now in his 4th NFL season. From Alabama, Mac Jones.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Flush down now to his left. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Scooped up by the defense. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
The Bisons and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And as this season progresses, he's been a steady producer for this offense, leading the league in receptions to this point. They'll start the drive with Eckler. He's contained at the line for no gain. Play made that time by Danico Autry. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To throw, here's Dalton. Completes this one to Rice. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Jordan Stout on now to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Jones. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Play fake, Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
A 5-yard gain helps, but they need a dozen now here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We'll take a timeout for an injury. It looks like that's the quarterback, Mac Jones, who was shaken up on that play. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Taylor. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Taylor. He's got this complete to James Cook. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 3 now. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That stop made by Derek Brown. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Another one for Cook. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. And no problem converting on 4th.
This time it's a passing play. The throw is caught. And this one does not go far.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Jones to throw. Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Orbits go up 6-0 here in the first. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Orbits will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. First and 10 now from the 30. On the give, here's Eckler. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Justin Matabike making that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dalton. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First down throw by Jones. Able to get it to Franklin. And he'll get it up to the 44.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Pass complete to Cook. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More coming up after this quick break. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Buys time, rolling right. And they take him down right along the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And they're going to have a first down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Here he goes on the bootleg. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Jones looking to throw. Cook calls it in. Running in the red zone. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bisons and Andy Dalton headed back onto the field. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, Dalton. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a huge pickup on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. All right, here we go, 2nd down. From the 23. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Now Dalton. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Well, after recording the sack, it looks like he is the one who's shaken up. We're going to get a stoppage here as he gets looked at. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. Cut near the goal line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Chase down to his right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Going for it, it's Eckler. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bisons start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Bisons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Orbits and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Cook trying this one up the gut. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Trying it left side with Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
That's caught for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Cook. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives them the first. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Orlando. And it's the Orbits. Backed up considerably here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's a give to Cook. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on 4th down. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Bisons and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Connection made to Beckham. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Dalton to throw. Finds his man Rice. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And we're going to get a pause here for an injured player. We see that it's Odell Beckham Jr. in some pain following the play. They'll throw it again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Collins there to grab it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 16. Short pass brought in. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play, and it's going to be a field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Everly's kick is good, and that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Throwing it just before halftime. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now from here, let's jump across town to our studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Returns looking good so far. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. The Orbits returning their offense in this running back to the field. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll try the right side with Cook. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
This finds Franklin. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Jones. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
It's inside the 10. Then he's in. Touchdown! The Orbits take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Orbits break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Dalton. Finds him over the middle. Gets some space around midfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Dalton. Caught near the goal line. He has the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bisons make it 17 all. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Finds his man, it's Javon Baker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Jones. Completed over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, Jones to the air. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. This is Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Jones. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And it's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, they like to say about sports, it's 90% mental. Well, right now with this runner, after 3 fumbles, it's 100% mental. You got to hang on to the football. It's in his head right now, and it just can't happen.
Their offense ready to take the field now. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Eckler running dead ahead. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Throwing off the play fake here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be a 1st down. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Dalton looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down after a long time back there. Coverage sack through and through. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's fourth and forever.
The Bisons sending out their punter. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The Orbits and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Trying the inside handoff to Eckler. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 37. Gets this to OBJ. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Throwing here, Dalton. Cut by Collins on the slant. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the 4th. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Dalton to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Dalton now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved, and a sign Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field. Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Returns looking good so far. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. The offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now run by Cook. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. Makes the play, working the sideline, but it takes him out right at the line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now, as that play ends, we see somebody hurt down there, and it's James Cook they're sending the trainers out to check on. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Design bootleg here. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
On the return, here comes Austin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team on the field. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. Now this offense ready to head back out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st down, throw by Jones. Completed to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. 3rd and just 2 to go. Now Jones. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give him a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Jones now to throw. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown! Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Orbits break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the give, here's Eckler. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Takes off right out of the read option. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Hand off now to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 1st down. Now Dalton. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He finds OBJ. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Gotta hurry this to the line. He'll look to throw it. Throw complete to Eckler. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now we had a third down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Throwing now. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ballgame. Desperation time here on fourth. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6. Here he is to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. One final shot here. Has it in close. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Orbits as we say so long from Orlando.